Alright, hey guys, this is Tyler Pulse, back at it again for my fifth and final project at the Flatiron School. This was a React project. Had to use Redux to handle all of our state, and it had to have a Rails API backend, which would obviously save the data pertaining to our web application. I did something a little different. I decided, obviously, all web applications at their core are CRUD applications. This is a CRUD application in the sense that you're going to create content, you can update content, and you can even delete content. It's just through a different means. I decided to do I called it a text editor, but I guess it's more of a word processor, I guess you could call it at this point. If I want to keep going, I could really transform it into a pretty full-fledged rich text editor, or I could make it an even more elaborate word processor. What I did is I used a framework called Draft.js, and what that is Facebook's framework that they use to handle, I guess, mocking content editable, the element type, the HTML element type that allows you to type. They basically made a framework that allows them to handle how messages and comments work on their own application on Facebook. So this is their framework that they made in 2016. I decided to dabble into it a little bit. So basically, it's a word processor. Nothing special. It's pretty cool though. So basically, I come in here and type a story, type an article, type a blog, whatever you want to do, and whatever I type, everything is being saved on change. Okay, including cursor clicks, including spaces, whatever it is, all that is being saved, and it's going to my database right now. So every time I type something, it's going to my database. Every little change gets really cluttered. I'd probably do it differently if I was going to make this more mainstream. Probably just a save button, or maybe like file save like you do on normal word processors. But right now, I thought it'd be pretty cool to save everything on change. So the cool part about that is, eventually I'll put user login capability on this. When you come into your document or your editor, you're always going to have what you last typed, okay? So this is the last thing I typed, right? Let's refresh the page. When the user gets back on, this will always come up. So we're constantly saving our data, constantly. See? It doesn't matter what we're doing. Now, the coolest part about it is what Draft.js really does at its core is basically taking a constant snapshot of your editor. So everything that goes on within your editor is being saved. Not just the text though. What I did is I did some basic inline styling right here. Italics, code block, bold, underline, and strike through. Whatever I do on here, whatever I do will always be saved. So if I refresh, when I come back in, you're going to have all that saved. And that's being done through Draft.js as a mutable object, which is basically assigning inline styles to ranges of characters. Okay? So it's pretty awesome. Let's see. Yeah, I'll clear this data out before I do my lesson. I know that. Or my review, my project review. Okay. So like this. This is me testing my web application. That's my text. See? That's my text property. You come in here and then you go to your inline style ranges, which is a nested array within this immutable object. I'll go into more detail on that when we do our actual review. See, link 77, strike through, link 77, underline, link 77, bold. So that is the range of characters that have those inline style characteristics attached to them. Okay, so that's how it saves it. So that's pretty cool. So basically, it's a working on change saving text editor, and I can add user login and user ID and have each individual user could have their own text editor, so they could come in and they could type where they're at, and they can continue typing or deleting, etc., etc. So that's pretty cool. Let me get rid of this just because it's ugly. So then I have two little fun I guess pieces of functionality that I wanted to put, something non-text editor related, just more things that you can do with the current text. You know, what would be kind of cool to have if you had, a 500-page story and you want to see how many times you wrote something. Well, then you can go to text search. So for this one, let's just pick a word. We know applications in here. So when you come to our text search page and type in application, you're going to get back the sentence the application was in. So if we wrote the word application 1,000 times, well, we're going to get 1,000 different sentences on this page, you know. And here, let's just emphasize. Okay. Text search. Boom, there you go. See, it's going to get all of them out there. It grabs every instance of application and then it returns with a regex or the regular expression functionality that I put in there, returns the whole sentence containing that word. Okay? So that's kind of cool. It's kind of interesting if you want to see how many times you repeat words. This over here is how we can see, we get to basically see how many words we used based off of the first letter. So, application right here comes up this many times. So it's going to print out every instance of application. Okay? And then if we go to, I don't even know, let's just click through. Nope. Boom, there it goes. We use is that many times because we repeated ourselves. So basically you can come here and look at all the words that you ever typed and see how many instances come up. And this is really good, I think, for creative writing. For me, I actually put one of my pieces in here that I wrote a while ago. I wrote a little short story. And it was really cool to see how many, how many different words I used based off the starting letter. And it was kind of interesting to see like the diversity in my word usage, which was kind of cool. So this is nothing crazy, but still pretty fun. So that's the gist of it. So basically, I mean, the core functionality lies in here. The ability to be able to save on change, the ability to always be able to come back in and pick up where you left off without officially saving anything is pretty cool to me. With Draft.js, being able to add inline styling and stuff like that, it's really limitless. You can make a full-blown word processor in here or a full-blown text editor. I could easily, right now if I wanted to, I could add the ability to put videos and things in my text editor, which is something that I haven't done yet, but that I'm going to do. This project is going to be something that I'm going to work on well beyond Flatiron, just simply because I think it's awesome. And I love writing and I love programming, so it kind of marries both of those together. So I will make this a full-fledged word application, a word processor down the road. But this is a good start. It uses Redux, it uses React, it met all the requirements that I needed. If you come in here and just, let's see, rich text editor, just to show you, we have multiple components. Oh, we also have error handling. I think error handling is awesome, especially when you do this. When you love design and CSS, which I'm new at, but I do enjoy a lot, always gotta have error handling. So you have components that come up based off error handling, and you can always go back and, well, this is nothing special on the error handling, just that down below. Anyway, sorry if I mumbled a lot. This was on the fly, but I am excited about it. So as you can tell, this is probably one of the coolest things I've done in programming. Pairing it with Draft.js was awesome, and I'm glad I stuck it out because, to be honest with you, I didn't think it was going to be worthy of this final project. But as I got into actually hooking up my Redux and my store to the Rails API and having that all synced together, I was like, well, this is actually pretty dang cool. So anyway, yeah, that's my project. Hope you guys like it. For those that are watching, and yeah, we'll be going over it here soon. So keep programming.